Let's hope we can keep the dropout to a minimum, right? So it's two bridges race. It's it's a short route. Huh? Nag-modify? Trip lang, ay mag-trip dito. Ang update na yung script na mga na. Hindi mag-trip na pa-scout here. Yes, you kept going, né? Thank you, Al. So the two bridges, we've only done it, I think, once. And we have some nice climbing in there. You basically have two times the climb of the ZWIFT K1, the first part, that is. But since it's only 2 laps, will mean it's a shorter race. I think we'll be good there, hopefully. Stay strong. We've done it like 4 times or 5 times in the past already, and still we're able to do well. So let's see if we can repeat. It should be C-class only, right? So there might be a few sandbags in there, but I think overall we should be on testing ourselves against guys who are of likewise capability, or it should be like an exciting one for us. Even though it's 2 times with a little time in there, should be able to stay on to. That's the last day we can actually race. Tomorrow is the resting day for Tuesday, for the big one. So I'll be home tomorrow, so I'll probably be doing a spin down. Like going, what the fuck is this, man? Sorry, yesterday those dropouts. Let's hope they don't go anyway. That's really bummer. All these random dropouts. I'm still getting over my cold. It is just a cold though. We have been tested. But I feel like my throat and my tube to my lungs is a little bit scratched. I don't know how to explain it. So I'm not feeling 100%, but I am feeling like 90-95%. So it should be not be an excuse to do not well in the race. It's 15k, so it's gonna be a pretty quick one. It does have some upstream meters, but that's basically the 2 climbs there, and then the ramp up after the finish, and then you have the hilly parts. So it has quite some bumps in the road. not that much of that section to really get the juicy draft going. So it will be very important in the draft. Also changed the layout a little bit. Let me see if I can put it better, because I want to change the follow alert, follow in purple, this one. Put more to the left. No? Just a tiny little bit smaller. Good. And we can run that back. And for camera, we have to wait to see in the race how it's going. So now it looks kind of okay. I did it a little bit smaller, and it has the logo at my crotch. Add some extra neon effect. Altogether, like fill it up a little bit with the bike. But I saw somebody else stream, and it got me a little bit annoyed if they have too much sponsors or too big of a camera. So I decided to put mine down, because if you're watching, it's cool to see. It's cool to see me how I'm acting up from a certain effort. If we're chasing, if we're climbing, if we're chilling. But it's not the most important thing. You really want to see the game. I don't want to see like 1/4 of the screen, and then hopefully somewhere in there I can see the little guy. That would be kind of cool. Can we add? We do this one. Can we copy? Duplicate, I mean? Copy. And then paste. Duplicate. So before. like this. Keep doing the race. Get ready to rumble. Five minutes. So it's a typical sea race. It's gonna be a quick start. Keep in mind, we have to follow the front group, and it's gonna start with a climb straight away. Not the biggest one of the race, but it's something that sinks in the legs straight away. Probably get on the breathing. Now we get over that, we straight away go into the hills. Famous hills. Normally you take it, a lot of races take it in the other direction, where you can be just before the finish. Now we get it straight at the start. So it's some ramp ups. Shouldn't be the problem, especially not the first one. Then we'll cross the bridge, I think. It's a little bit of flattish road all the way to one of the first climbs. So it's not overcrowded. It's 40 people. So let's say it's gonna be 50 people. It's gonna be more like good stats for us for Tuesday. Out will be almost the same as for quantity. So let's try to deliver the quantity then. We're gonna start strong. We're gonna ramp up on the first hill, stay with the front, and then we're gonna try and hide a little bit all the way to the first climb. And then probably the first climb I'll be the one pushing near the front, going for what's a kilo. We know how long it is. It's not very long, and there is a little bit of a resting period. Once you get over the top, it's still like an easy job, but you have to get going like 15 seconds more than you think you can or will have to, and then you cross the road to the left, and then it goes down. There you can chill, because if you can wheel there, get in the drop, and it's downhill, so you can really recuperate, and then you're already down on the finish line already. And you have to get doing it all over again. So if you're into like short climbs and you like to repeat the same track, this is really a good one to be doing, because the lap itself, it's only like 6 or 7K I think for one round, but it does have some nice bumps in there, especially the one I was just talking about. It's basically the steepest part of with K1. Because after that, it flattens out and it drags out for another 1K or 1.5K, but it's not barely as deep as the first part. First part is really the hardest thing. So let's get sweater up. We saw the bead and the edge just started. And so we don't have any dropout, guys. That's one thing we don't want to have. Not today, and especially not on Tuesday. And I even had it last week as well, right? Like a 3-second delay dropout. We got lucky on the timing, but if you're in a full graph, get dropped out of the group. Oh damn. Oh. I thought we were leaving for some reason. It wasn't that a group? Let's go. Hey, Bambo. And 3.2. Maybe a little bit higher If you do only 20 minutes. But for 1 hour in shipment too. That's crazy, man. Keep holding that. Yeah, it's nice, right? I'm having so much fun on it as well. Such a nice training platform. I'm not sure. It's a very hard track for me. Some nice climbs in there. If I was certain I'm gonna win, I wouldn't be in the right category.
Don't you cry for me, baby. I got eyes on you, baby. Just look alive for me, baby. Look alive for me, baby. Don't you cry for me, baby. I got eyes on you, baby. Just look alive for me, baby.
Yeah, too. One sec. It's only 2 laps, so about 14.
I was trying to get staying so feeling numb. Seeing you in these places, 'cause I love that you're gone. Left up our heart, what you promised undone. Paralleling your lies with my heart and my soul, breaking me down into pieces I fell for. And now I can get you out of my memory.
Fuck.
In the darkness there's a picture of you and me.
Ah.
And if I look back, broken
Where are you from, Bamboo?
I know, afraid I will never be. 'Cause now you're just a memory.
Oh, nice. Another climb coming up. Right away though.
Now I'm seeing your reflection, slowly fading from my eyes. Drowned by our imperfections, haunted by where they've been. Left up our heart, what you promised undone. Paralleling your lies with my heart and my soul, breaking me down into pieces I fell for you. And now I can get you out of my memory. In the darkness there's a picture of you and me. And if I look back, broken remembering. I know, I will never be. 'Cause
Ah.
now you're just a memory.
Thanks. Trying. I think we should be good all the way to the last climb. That's gonna really hurt.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
Oh.
on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Yeah. 2. I need to battle for first spots. I don't want to be chasing afterwards like we did before. That's hurting too much. We'll try our best. That's all we can do. Fuck. I need this break. Ah. 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 What a finish. Oh, I didn't think I would have the energy, guys. I caught him back and I was like, yeah, if some of these guys are smart, he launched it straight away. But then they didn't. So I was like trying to think to get back in the group and to try to chill for 100 meters more. But I had so much momentum going that I pulled through with everything I had. And I thought it was not going to be enough. But then I thought these other guys gave up. And yeah, if it wasn't for Mr. Erg, he came back from behind us. Wow. Yeah. I didn't expect this one. For sure. I barely dropped on both climbs. On both climbs I was like behind for a few seconds. And both times we fought back, knowing we had some advantage in the downhill. And we kind of used that momentum to get in speed. And we always had some other guys who were chasing as well and still had the energy. So we got them back twice and we stayed alive. Whew. Thanks Bambo, thanks Sean. Thank you so much guys. Like if I would do this track for even one lap more, I would crash, right? The climb is a little bit too high and steep for me at this point. As you can see, I can still climb with the Cs and well, basically the RCs, but as you can see, the fifth guy has 4.1 average, so that's A class. And then there's 3.6 to that twice, 3.9 and 8. So yeah, we were banking our heads with some faster guys for sure. So that's even more nice, right? Because it felt I wasn't good enough, but I basically did a new PR in watts per kilogram. Let's close this up and let's have a little bit of a cool down. We have to I want to close this up. Let's just restart the game then. No worries. I want to watch the statistics afterwards. Compare Zwift power with Strava, and if I keep going my cooldown in the same statics as my race, I will get all the statics down. By the way, Bambo, thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate it. I didn't launch my labels. Let me do that now. That's why it didn't show. Yeah, that should fix it. Thank you so much. This is gonna close this down. Hopefully it doesn't crash. It has been doing a little bit of weird stuff lately. Like our stage 8. Our stage 8 we did the first time we did it. We finished it. All the results were on Zwift Power. but for some reason Zwift crashed while closing down and it didn't send information to Zwift and to Strava. So I had to do it again. It wasn't the worst to do again, it was the Champs-Élysées, right? So it's one of our funnest ones, the best ones. And we got in 10th place, so I was really happy with it. Zwift was struggling a little bit as well there, because it was not showing our position. But yeah, we finished it and we got the finish of the Tour de Zwift. Yeah, that sucks. But to be honest, I don't care about that. Lately we have quite some dropouts from the trainer. Yesterday as well in the Tour of Tour Zwift stage 8. In the middle of the climb we had like a 20-second power outage. For some reason it just popped up. And I have no idea why and how. But that sucks. If you have that in an important race, that's even worse than a flat tire, man. Because it's impossible to come back from a 30-second dropout. The group will be gone and that's it. And the warm-up we had today, we had quite two dropouts as well. Luckily we didn't have any in the race, so that's the one we want to keep, right? Because people keep comparing dropouts to flat tires, but I'm not against. I'm against that. Yeah, that comparison, because it's just, it shouldn't be dropping out. Not with any inconvenience from other stuff. Like if you're like racing and there's 10 wireless trainers next to each other, then you're bound to have problems, right? But now I have an Ant Plus dongle, and it's receiving my my watch, my trainer, and that's it. It's two things. That's it. It shouldn't be dropping out, man. So we were in the front group in stage 8 yesterday, and then we had to drop out on the climb in the last lap. Then we fell back to the second group, and then we got second in the sprint from that group, which still gave us an overall place of 10th. And I was really happy with that. I was a little bit bummed with the dropout, but we basically just wanted to finish that stage. But on the Tuesday, when it matters a lot to stay with the front group, then you really don't want to have that. In the time trial last week, the team time trial we had on New York, I had one dropout, but it was basically only 2 or 3 seconds. But I still fell back 2 or 3 seconds. I was lucky it was on the climb, and I just made a shout out to my team. I was coming back. I did a big effort, like 6 watts per kilogram. Got back in their wheels, and then we just kept going, and I didn't have any more dropouts since then, luckily. I don't know about you guys. Do you have some problems with that as well? Does it happen often? I'm hoping to blame the weather, because it has been like -5 this week, and it's like, I think we're -1 or -2 today at this point where I'm sitting. So electronics and freezing temperatures, they don't match very well, right? So I'm trying to keep some materials covered. Like, I'm in Belgium. So every time I'm done with the trainer, I cover it up, and especially right after I'm done, when there's still heat inside of me pedaling, I cover it up with a towel so the heat stays a little bit inside, and Yeah, hopefully that helps the train a little bit. Same for the monitors. It's not wet in here, so it shouldn't be causing like real bad problems, but the cold isn't helping. That's why I'm always using I'm putting my PC on like at least half an hour before actually being important, so it can also warm up a little bit, get the temperature, and yeah, get everything going. I also noticed that I have a trainer Tex Flux app, and I always notice when it's cold and I just start pedaling, it slips quite more easy than when it's warmed up. That's why I always try to make like a good warm up, and I will do so as well on Tuesday. We are racing at 7:20, but most of the time I'll be online at 6:30, like almost 1 hour before the race, getting everything in order, setting everything up, and then have some good intervals because we'll be needing them as well on the next race, which will be the Volcano Flat. The Volcano K1, Whole Lava Lava track is called. And we're gonna do 3 laps. It will be the first time ever I will be climbing the Volcano K1 3 times in a row. It's gonna be fucking tough. Really, really tough. And I did the Reconnaissance ride 2 days ago. We climbed it one time at full pace, and then we kind of measured the distance in between the climbs, which is 8 kilometers from the top to the bottom of the climb again, with like half of that being almost downhill. And yeah, basically I put a little plan out for myself, trying to attack the first climb really hard, trying to hurt the other people in the race, trying to get them over their comfort zone so they either break or are empty in the legs after the first one, if they're still with. And then the second climb, I'm gonna just follow the wheels of the people who are still around, and hoping that's a lower pace than the first time around, because everybody will be like, let's try to be a little bit easier. So if we can like do an 8-minute climb the first time around, then maybe 1 minute slower, a 9-minute climb the second time around, and then the last climb we have to give it all. If we still have some, we have to give it all, and we do want to be able to hopefully gap some people. If we can get like 10 plus seconds on the competition, that would be awesome. And then it's all about pushing on the downhill, trying to stay strong. So basically my outfit is all wet, so I'm gonna get this one off, and I'm gonna put my dry sweater on, because I am actually cooling down quite a lot now. And with it being wet and I'm still having a cold, I don't think it's the best combination. Stay healthy. So let's see if the results are up yet. I can go to this screen. But I think, as you can see, I did 3.4 average for like a half an hour race, something like that. So that means my numbers are staying the same, but because of my weight is going down, my average is going up. So I do think I'm gonna get bumped to the beast if I do a little bit more of the shorter races. The only way we're still like in the good season is because we're doing longer races, and we don't have the power to stay at 3.3 or higher wattage for over an hour. As you can see here, average 3.4. $20 minutes and 17 seconds. First place on this power, guys. That's nice. Strava. I thought it was a half an hour race, but it's basically just 20 minutes. It's basically just enough to feed us. We didn't have the lags for that doing enough to feed us today. We knew that during a race yesterday. It was right off the bat. I knew I felt like I wasn't really strong in my legs. As for climbing, we were strong enough to hold with the front and to push myself, and we had some crazy comebacks after the two climbs in the end. But I'm gonna really need that rest day tomorrow. So I'm even thinking about like not being on the bike at all tomorrow. And if you do want to be on the bike, it just like not even go with C cadence, but with D cadence or something. Just keeping it so soft on the pedals. I really want to get my shape, my legs into shape for those 3 climbs, 2 days. It's gonna sting so badly. Yeah, that's good. So let's go for an extra 4.8k. Let's go for 10k in a cooldown, and then call it a day. We're gonna move our trainer back a little bit. We're already against the clouds in the front. And although it doesn't really start being with my wheel against it because then it prohibits us from going even further. But while you're cycling, like the natural feeling is like my wheel shifts a little bit left and right. And when it's rubbing against the closet, it gets constructed in my feeling, and it doesn't feel as natural as it can be. That's why I don't want to be rubbing against it. That and I don't want to have that spots on my wheels because I'm still using them outside. The weather is gonna change, guys. The weather is gonna change, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have some nice season outside, even with Corona, even with maybe a lot of things not being as it is normally. I think we'll have a better season because people talking about 1 March, 1 April to be all normal again. By the way, so I'm thinking 1st of April. Events after 1st of April will all be a thing again for amateurs like me, and there's a lot of them. After 1st of April, there's a lot of events. If they still want to organize it, of course. I'll be doing some outdoors rides as well, and I'm pretty much looking forward to testing my friends as well outside. See if my Zwift winter training has proven up some results. So I almost never do cool downs because I don't like that after a big effort. I just want to get in the shower and relax that way. Doesn't feel really relaxing getting on the bike. I know it has its advantages of getting some fluids out, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing it today, because I want to get myself as well in as good shape as possible for Tuesday. Plus it was a shorter one. We didn't have that much time to warm up, so I do want to get some extra cadence, some extra time on the bike. So basically our cooldown will be as long as the race itself. It doesn't feel like that, but it will. And then all added together, I will be on the bike for an hour. But I most of the time rather be like 30 minutes, 40 minutes doing a warm-up, then a race, and then get off the bike. Then doing a short 5 or 10 minute warm-up, doing my race, and then have a long cool down. Not as fun for me. I hope you guys like the new additions. I changed the tweak a little bit soon, so I have now this as my main overlay. So what changed is kind of that. Like this. Can you make it bigger? Okay. So I changed up the overlay a little bit, made it a little bit more flashy. Nothing too big. I knew I was going for pink a lot on the bike, on the Tron bike. So I was trying to get some more pink in everything except for the orange the Zwift is using. So I updated the camera overlay with a little bit neon light, has a flash in it. Then I added the logo to it, and then I changed this as well. The follower is now more purple and orange, and that's about it. And then I add this screen as well, which we will be closing the stream or starting the stream. We'll put on that screen so once we're getting ready, people can enjoy a little bit of the moment. See what we get up to. See what we did in the past. What? Oh, it's not me. Get back to me, boy. So about the race, really, I'm proud of myself. These guys, they were really strong. They pushed the pace all the way from the start. There was a lot of climbing. I was about to give up twice on the big climb, but because I was giving, like, it was not my all, but I was going my own comfortable climbing pace. Well, my comfortable fast climbing pace, where I didn't blow up myself and they were still gapping me. But then once it evens out, I always got a little bit back and I was fighting to get a wheel, and those wheels always brought me back, working together. So two laps of this two bridges track is still something I'm capable of doing. But like last time around, we did it 3 or 4 times, and that's just too much at that pace. Because there's not that much of recuperation, right? After the climb, you have a really small steep downhill, so it goes fast there, but I'd rather have it a little bit slower and to get more recuperation going. But you really need that super tuck for like 5 seconds, 10 seconds max, to get your breath back, and hopefully be in the wheels, because otherwise you go under the bridge, and then like 2 times we're doing now, we have to ramp it up to get back in the wheels. And then once you're back in the wheels, it's only like 1k max before the next climb starts, and then it's the hilly part again. Then there's this small climb again. It feels like it's always going up, and the downhills are so slow. I mean, they're so short that it doesn't feel like you get some recuperation there. Going for an even 10k and then jump in the shower. I enjoy. We have some Valentine's dinner coming over in an hour, so I'm looking forward to that. That's basically one of the reasons we're having this cool down, so I can enjoy that with a little bit more ease of mind, that I already did some nice exercise today, and it went really well. So I didn't feel like it during the race. I really felt like I was struggling, and I was hurting, and I was letting go. I wasn't strong enough. So it's really a surprise that I got there in the end. That's 10k. Don't go 10 1, please. Stop. Even 10k. Hey Sean, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Going for cool down. Sean, am I missing your streams or haven't you been streaming lately? I haven't seen you do bike rides or other fitness stuff. Maybe I'm just missing them with the time difference. Did you quit? You didn't quit, right? Just are not streaming it? Breaks are necessary, man, but don't lose like the mental power to have goals set out, because that's what hurt me this summer. I took a break, and then after 2 weeks I didn't feel the excitement anymore to get back on it, and it took me almost 3 months to get back on the stage where I wanted to improve my health or my fitness. And yeah, we're still getting back from that point. Yeah, breaks are necessary, but be careful with them. Need to get like a little bit down. It would be nice to race you again soon. You feel like it? Yeah, thanks, man. And let me know if you're back into it, so we can set up maybe a time and a race, to have like a crit race together or something different as you wish. It was always awesome having those with you. And I think I have a three race loss against you, so I do want to get that one on my scoreboard. Thanks for dropping in, and let's see. I'm gonna end up with my new